The journey of goal setting and achievement. A long story. In a quiet corner of a small town, there lived a young man named Eric. He was the kind of person who always dreamed big but struggled to see his dreams come to fruition. Life often felt overwhelming, like a river of possibilities that constantly pulled him in different directions. No matter how hard he tried, Eric couldn't seem to find his way to success. He felt lost, unsure how to turn his ideas and aspirations into reality. Until one day, everything changed when he discovered the power of goal setting and achievement. The early years, dreaming without direction. From a young age, Eric had a wild imagination. He dreamed of becoming an architect, of designing beautiful structures that would stand the test of time. As he grew older, his dreams evolved. He wanted to travel the world, learn new languages, write a book, and even start his own business. The problem wasn't his ambition, it was his lack of direction. He would start projects enthusiastically, but without a clear plan, he quickly lost momentum. He would abandon one dream to chase another, and nothing ever seemed to stick. One rainy afternoon, Eric sat in his room, staring at the walls, reflecting on his life. He had just turned 30, and his heart was heavy with regret. He looked at the pile of unfinished projects and unrealized dreams, wondering where he had gone wrong. That's when he decided to change, to finally commit to a system that would help him focus and achieve his goals. The turning point, discovering the power of goals. Eric's journey to self-improvement began with a simple book he found at the local library titled The Art of Goal Setting. He flipped through the pages, intrigued by the idea that goal setting could be more than just wishful thinking. It could be a systematic process for turning dreams into reality. The book explained that successful people weren't necessarily the most talented or the luckiest, but they were disciplined in setting clear, measurable, and achievable goals. The idea of SMART goals stuck with him. SMART stood for specific, clearly defining what you want to achieve. Measurable, making sure your progress can be tracked. Achievable, setting goals that are realistic and attainable. Relevant, ensuring the goal aligns with your broader life aspirations. Time-bound, setting a deadline for when the goal should be completed. Eric immediately recognized how powerful this framework could be in organizing his life. He decided to apply it to his long-forgotten dream of becoming an architect. Instead of thinking in abstract terms, "I want to be an architect," he broke it down into smaller, concrete steps. Step 1. Setting specific, measurable goals. Eric's first task was to create a vision that aligned with his dream of becoming an architect. He knew that he needed both practical experience and formal education, but he had never been focused enough to pursue them. Now, with SMART goals in mind, he made a list. Enroll in a certified architecture program, specific and measurable. Study for and pass the entrance exam in 6 months, achievable and time-bound. Start working as an assistant in a local architecture firm to gain experience, relevant and achievable. This process of breaking down a large dream into manageable tasks felt like a revelation. For the first time, his dream didn't seem so distant. Instead, it became a series of small, actionable steps that were within reach. Step 2. Overcoming obstacles and staying disciplined. Of course, Eric's journey was not without challenges. His enthusiasm was tested many times as he struggled with the pressures of studying and working simultaneously. There were moments when he doubted himself, wondering if he had set his goals too high. His friends would often invite him to parties, but he had to learn to say no, understanding that his time was now dedicated to something greater. To stay disciplined, Eric developed a daily routine that helped him stay focused. Every morning, he would write down his goals for the day in a journal. Each evening, he would review his progress and make adjustments where necessary. He also created a vision board with images of famous buildings he admired, reminding himself why he started this journey in the first place. Eric's vision board became a source of daily inspiration, keeping him motivated when things got tough. Step 3. Celebrating small wins. As the months passed, Eric started to see tangible results. He aced his entrance exam and got accepted into a prestigious architecture program. He also managed to secure an internship at a local architecture firm, where he learned the ropes and built valuable connections. These small wins energized him, reinforcing the belief that his approach was working. He learned that goal achievement is not about the final destination, but about celebrating each milestone along the way. Every assignment he completed, every new skill he learned, was another step closer to his ultimate dream. Eric started applying this goal-setting strategy to other areas of his life. He set personal fitness goals, relationship goals, and financial goals. By using the SMART system, he began to see improvements across the board. His confidence grew, and so did his determination. Step 4. Long-term achievement and personal growth. For years later, Eric graduated with a degree in architecture, an accomplishment that felt surreal to him. What once seemed like an impossible dream was now his reality. He had built a solid foundation in the industry and was now working on his first solo project, designing a community center for his hometown. Reflecting on his journey, Eric realized that the greatest lesson he learned wasn't about architecture. It was about the power of setting clear goals. He understood that the key to success wasn't just talent or luck. It was persistence, organization, and the willingness to face setbacks head-on. The ripple effect of goal setting. Eric's personal transformation had a ripple effect. His friends and family started to notice the change in him and asked for his advice. He became known as the guy who could set and achieve goals, no matter how challenging. Soon, he started mentoring others, teaching them how to use the SMART method to reach their own dreams. Over the years, Eric expanded his vision, setting new goals that pushed him even further. He wrote a book about his experiences, hoping to inspire others who felt lost, just as he once had. His story became a beacon of hope for those struggling to turn their dreams into reality. The moral of the story: it's all about the journey. Eric's story teaches us that goal setting is not just about achieving something. It's about becoming the kind of person who can achieve anything. The journey is just as important as the destination. Setting goals gives you a sense of purpose and direction, but it's the process of working toward those goals that shapes you into a stronger, more resilient individual. If there's one lesson to take away from Eric's experience, it's this: don't be afraid to dream big, but always break your dream down into small, actionable steps. Celebrate your progress along the way, learn from your setbacks, and never give up. With a clear plan and the right mindset, anything is possible. In the end, success isn't about achieving a single goal. It's about mastering the art of goal setting and continuously evolving as a person. Just like Eric, you too can turn your dreams into reality, one step at a time.